All right, we're talking about this commute forecast graphic that many of you have expressed interest in. The first step in this process, go to the Select website and download a scene called County1. You want to download really County1, County2, and County3. What I've done, I've created 3 sort of pre-programmed scenes that you'll be able to take and quickly modify for your own use. So once you download the scene County1, open it in Max like I have here. This is the scene County1. You'll notice the first thing, there's a Studio Earth layer that has a county here in Alabama. Obviously you don't want that, so you'll click on the Studio Earth button there in your scene. Then let's say I want to change this to a different county. So I'm going to go to cutout area here and click this pencil to edit this. Right now it's showing me Autauga County, Alabama. Obviously I don't want that, so I'm going to take Autauga County, throw it back in the big list over here. Now I want to go, let's say we're doing this in Louisiana, because there's rain there this morning. It'll make it interesting. We'll do Louisiana, then we'll just sort of randomly pick a county here. Let's do East Baton Rouge Parish, excuse me, not county. We'll do East Baton Rouge Parish, Louisiana. Then you'll want to give this a name, so you just click Save, and or Save As, and you can name this for future use. So we'll say Baton Rouge Parish, save it, and click Close. Now you'll notice we have a county. And we actually, the scene is pre-programmed to have radar data on it. If you want to change the radar data, you'll need to go into the Studio Earth layer and go down to where it says radar right here. And you can change this from NowRad data to whatever type of radar data that you want in there. For my purposes, NowRad's plenty good. But this is just the beginning of this scene. There's a pause point right at the beginning where it shows you the radar. We want to add some other things to this scene, obviously. Among them, we want to do labels. We do manual cities and towns once you've clicked on labels. And again, this is all under Studio Earth in the scene layer. You'll click Studio Earth, scroll down to labels, launch that out, and then click manual cities and towns. Now, the first thing you want to do, remove the labels that I've already had on my old graphic. So you click Remove All Labels. Then click Pick on Earth. When we click Pick on Earth, the mouse will turn into a little green circle there until I go over here on the screen. And then you'll notice as I mouse over East Baton Rouge Parish, certain little town names pop up. So obviously if I was doing this graphic, I would want Baton Rouge to be on there. Then let's throw on Central, and we'll do the Baker community, and why not Oak Hills? Okay, so now we've got some roads on here. We've got some city names on here. You'll also, when you're done with that, click Done right over here. So now that's over. Go down to this Manual Highway and Street Labels. Click that. Do the same thing. Click Remove All Labels, and then click Pick on Earth. And now when you're mousing over a roadway, see how the little Interstate 10 there pops up? You can click on it. It'll drop a shield there. So we can get us a couple of interstate shields here up on the screen anyway, I-10. So that'll work. Okay, now we've got some roads on there, and we have our cities labeled and we have our roads labeled. So we'll click Done right over here. The Studio Earth part of this is just one part of the scene. After the Studio Earth, there's a pause point. It rotates off the screen, and now we have some forecast data. So to make this map your own, the first thing you want to do is change the data here. The icon you see and the temperatures are all model driven with wizard override. So there's a couple of ways to go about this. What I would recommend is to change this to your town. The best way to do this is to double click on the icon and then hold down Control and click on the other 2 icons. So now all 3 icons are highlighted. Go over here, and we're doing this for Louisiana, so we'll type in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and there we go. Those are now the current forecast icons from the RPM. Same story with the temperatures. The best way to select those is to go over here and just hold down the Control key and hit Temp Range 1, Temp Range 2, Temp Range 3. Again, click in the city name field there and type in Baton Rouge. And just like that, those temperature ranges have now reflect a Baton Rouge-based forecast. You may be wondering about the colors on the map. Those all come from a CSV file which is attached to this email. I've mapped County1 to affect the scene called County1 that you've downloaded. So let's say we want all red light conditions on our graphic because there's a lot of rain around. So I'll just change each of these numbers to 3. See, 3 corresponds with red. 2 is yellow, 1 is green. Now I click File, Save. We can just click Yes, that's fine. Then we want to drop out of the commutecast.csv. We've already saved it, so we don't have to save it. And look at that. Everything automatically changes, even the word and the color around the word there, the caution word. It's now red. The icon is red as well. You wonder about the road icons and the road descriptions. That's all in the wizard. Let's go up into the wizard. So we want to do, we'll just kind of type in some generic stuff in here. Baton Rouge, we'll go downtown. Baton Rouge, we'll say then East Baton Rouge and West Baton Rouge. So now we've changed all the locations. They all show up right there in the wizard. The road shields are wizarded, so obviously I would want to change this. We'll do one of them as Interstate 10. So you just change to the interstate shield and type in the road number as I-10. You'll notice the text shows up as black there. That's the default. All you need to do to fix that, go over here, change the color to a white text. This is literally just a couple of clicks. And now we've got the I-10 up there like we want it. Now let's go in and change the other ones. We'll do some Louisiana state highways. Each state is represented in here, which is actually pretty cool. We'll do Louisiana, and the road name, we'll just we'll pick number 2. We'll do the same thing over here, Louisiana Highway, or we'll do an Alabama Highway just for fun. Alabama Highway 155, or let's do 55. So there you have it. And this text over here, you may have to, like you see right here, that's a little out of whack. You may have to resize it and drag it over to where it fits on the road icon the way you want it to. But with a little massaging, you can make this work pretty well, all using the wizard. So now you're done. Now you've got a kind of localized, county-based commute forecast graphic that starts with live radar, animates off, and gets into your forecast-driven properties.